Who do you know that's out here slaying these kind of wigs? It's giving me very Wichita Yoongi music video, like The Crazy King. It's hello y'all, people of the world. This is your girl Oumoomoo, and I'm here today to show you guys how I dyed this 613 wig from Curly Me Hair into a white wig. Lace dimension, it is a 13x4. It has 3 clips on the inside. I think three or four clips in the inside, something like that. And I'm going to be using Shimmer Light Shampoo to help tone it, and this will help with removing the yellow brassiness that's in the wig. And immediately, as soon as you put in the hair, actually it starts to immediately start toning, and I kind of just gradually start to build and squeeze bit by bit into some hot water and just squeeze it out, dunk it in there, back up again, and just squeeze it out. You see how like that brassiness is gone? If you definitely want to achieve like white hair, you definitely have to remove that yellow brassiness, and I would highly recommend using purple shampoo. So I just constantly add some more and dip the hair in, then back out. You may notice that a little bit of the hair may turn into kind of like a purplish hue, but that's okay. I'm going to show you guys also how to remove that. Back out. Yes, like you can see, like it is no longer that brassy yellow. It's starting to come out, you know, more silvery and more white. You definitely need to do that. You definitely need to use the Shimmer Light shampoo. After rinsing it through with some water, I'm actually going to be using, believe it or not, dish soap. One thing though I will recommend is that you use blue dish soap, like Dove or something. I only had this dish soap in my house, and I totally forgot that I no longer had any more of my Dove dish soap. So instead I had to use this one. I don't know if it really affects the coloring really, but I would highly recommend you use a blue one instead, because everyone that I know that tones hair usually tends to use either white shampoo or blue shampoo instead. Unfortunately, some clips got cut out, but I'm going to actually be using the Adore semi-permanent hair dye in titanium. I believe this might actually be their lightest color, and I'm going to be adding it in to some more hot water. And yes, I do use like boiling hot water to usually watercolor my hair. So I just gradually add it in there and mix it all up. Make sure that it is very well mixed up and there's no chunks left behind, and it has a bluish tint. And this was satisfying enough that I was like, okay, I'm going to add in the hair. And as soon as you add the hair, trust me, it will color it very quickly. So you want to be very careful and very quick with this. You don't want to leave it in if you want to achieve either that white or silver hair. You want to just leave just enough of it. And I kind of went constantly just adding and then adding a bit more and a bit more, mixing it in, dunking in the hair, making sure that it will get especially into the roots of the hair. And even though it may seem like it's a lot because I'm trying to achieve whitish hair and not necessarily titanium or silver hair, trust me, like it will come out looking white. But yeah, just dunking that in. And then next I just use some of my Silicone Mix Shampoo. Like you already know, when you get your hair done at the Dominican hair salon, like you know exactly what Silicone Mix is. So using that, I'm going to be just scrubbing it through the hair, making sure I wash it all out. And this also helped me to get rid of some of that more silver tint to it, because again, I use titanium hair dye color. And I just condition it again with some Silicone Mix conditioner. I'm sorry if this tutorial is really weird, but it's really simple. But I will be adding in instructions, subtitles anyways for y'all. So yeah, I just conditioned it, left it for about 10 minutes, and then I rinsed it out again. And this is what it looks like. It looks very white with some hints of silver in there, and I loved it. It added dimension to it. And yes, baby, you see them braids, child. But yeah, I don't really have much footage of me laying down my wig. If you do want to see a tutorial of how I usually, like a full step of how I do my wigs, just gelled my baby hairs down, and then I put on a wig cap, cut some ear holes around my ears just to make sure that the sides of the wig cap will be laid down flat, and then just spritzing on some got2b hairspray, rubbing that in and blow drying it out, baby. This was a process, let me tell you. I also was watching like Banana Fish in the background. And if you don't know Banana Fish, it is a heartbreaking anime, okay? And I'm not okay by it. But yeah, I actually lost the footage of this. I don't know what happened. I thought it recorded everything, but I lost the footage of me cutting my wig cap and putting in the powder and everything like that. So I'm sure another time when I do a full wig install, I will make sure that I get step by step everything that I do with my wigs. But yeah, just spritzing on some more got2b spray. I actually did use a bit of bold hole glue on the lace and melted that in perfectly, and I wish I could have kept that, but unfortunately I didn't. But yeah, just using a bit of my bold hole glue just to keep the wig on for a few days. Tie that up with a silk headband, a wrap thing, for a few minutes. And unfortunately, I also did not get the part where I actually added in some foundation to the lace of my wig, and a little bit of that actually got onto the hair, which was expected since the hair is hella white. So it was definitely going to show in some parts, but I figured that a napkin and some water and some shampoo on that bitch will get rid of it. I tried my very best to cut the lace as close as possible to the hairline of the wig because I didn't want to add any baby hairs to this. I just wanted to keep it pretty natural looking, a natural looking hairline, necessarily not adding no baby hairs. Adding in some more glue around the edges and stuff, making sure that that gets secured down, and using my blow dryer on a cool setting. A helpful tip is just like running or rather scrubbing your nails or scrubbing the tips of your fingers on that lace to kind of just like comb it through in a way. I know me explaining this is like so weird, but y'all gonna have to deal with it, okay? Since I left the city. Just using a comb, just combing that out and laying it down. I should definitely do like a full wig tutorial, especially beginner friendly. And kind of just constantly going back in with my got2b spray just to do some last minute touches. Be careful when you do apply especially white hair glue such as Bold Hold or Ghost Bond, to not get it onto the lace. It will be a bitch, trust me. When you're trying to wait for it to dry out, you want to apply it onto the scalp first and then let it start to actually go transparent and not just immediately just press onto it, because that white will get stuck into that lace and it will look super visible. Then just wrapping up my hair again. But for some reason, one side of my wig, I applied too much glue onto the skin and I had a hard time trying to cut that out. So I thought maybe I would just try to, like, you know, cut off as much as I can later on, which I eventually ended up doing. So that's why one side looks like it's good and one side is just like, wait, what happened? But girl, when I tell you, I was tired doing my wig this day because shawty, I have not been sleeping. I haven't been sleeping in 2 weeks and it fucking sucks, and I want my life back. Like, I want to be able to sleep. So yeah, just going in with a little bit of powder from my Black Radiance contour palette and just putting it along the edges of that lace just so it can easily blend in with my skin. All right, this is me after wrapping up my hair and doing my makeup, brushing through the hair. It was definitely very, very well secure onto my head, and that was very fortunate. And next, I'm actually going to be showing you how I layered the hair. So this is a very helpful tip that I actually learned from Slayed by Jordan. And he's one of my favorite people to watch doing hair. And I've learned a lot of like hair tips from him, especially how to lay down and melt your lace. And he has this method of doing it where you grab a front section and make a triangle at the very front of your lace wig, and you use your scissors or your shears and go down in a quick cutting motion and just gradually build it like that. This has to be the first step to layering the hair when you want to add layers. And then my mom came in. And my mom was just like, what? Where did this wig even come from? But she was just coming in to tell me her news about getting the vaccine shot. Like, okay, sis, thanks. You're not necessarily cutting or laying the hair and getting rid of the length. You're just adding some volume to it. And this is a perfect way of doing it. And the next step is from both sides, you're going to be using your rat tail comb to section off the hair, and you want to go from a little bit behind the ear all the way up to that middle of your part. And then using your shears, you just quickly cut through that in a downwards motion. And you kind of just go back and forth with like combing it out. That main section of hair, you will be constantly going in and out of like grabbing some pieces of hair and then cutting that through, grabbing some more pieces of hair and cutting that through. And after doing it at the very front of my head, I'm going to be pulling it up at a 90-degree angle. Yes. we had to include the angles into this. It was important. Just pulling it upwards at a 90-degree angle, or as far up as you can, unless your arms are like tired. Just cutting through that again in a quick cutting motion. And layering the hair is a very tedious thing. You kind of have to go in and out, in and out, in and out. You just might grab from that main section, you'll grab like how you'll have smaller sections that you'll part and then cut through really quickly. And just make sure that each time that you cut, just make sure that you comb through and make sure that it is going as planned, that the layering is a lot more smoother and it's not choppy. after doing that onto one side, you do the very same thing on the other side. Part behind the ear a little bit, that main section at the front, and you just go down in a quick cutting motion. Get that 90-degree angle, baby, and try to cut that as much as you can, unless your arms was tired. My arms started to get tired, so I was like, psych. But yeah, it was pretty easy to just kind of cut this through, to be honest. It just is tedious, so if you do not have patience, I don't know what to tell you, girl. You're gonna have to stick it through, I guess. Ever since I left the city, and after that, I just grabbed some more hair, this time at the very, very front of the wig. And I'm just grabbing that from the main section where the lace is, right before the weft starts. And I'm also just going to be cutting that upwards at a 90-degree angle, going back. Don't I look like, didn't my hair for a second look like DJ from Full House? For a split second. Yeah, just using my wax stick just to get them flyaways down. Just gonna be going through my hair with the hot comb. Hot combing it out. Make sure that it is as flat as possible. If you really want to be ghetto with it, you better use that iron, your clothing iron. Shit. It is what it is. And yeah, at this part I just simply added some waves using a spiral curling wand, and I usually tend to just curl, to be honest, with my flexi rods, but I just wanted a more kind of loose curls going on, not necessarily having it to be tight. I didn't add any sort of holding spray except for a bit of Got2b spray, just spritz it around. But I would definitely recommend, obviously, to use heat protectant when you curl your hair. Like, that's common knowledge. Don't do your hair. Do not use heat on your hair if you're not gonna use some sort of heat protectant. Please, I beg of you. Ever since I left the city. Ever since I left the city. Ever since I left the city. And after curling it through, I basically just brush it out, fluff it out a little bit. I would recommend you to, if you want to retain the curls, definitely to pin them up, but I didn't necessarily care to have it retained. And I just brushed that through really quickly. And then I just went in with a little bit of some powder and used it onto the part. Make sure that everything was looking a-okay. The layers was looking fine. The layers was looking good. I actually did a pretty good job with layering this because I don't oftentimes layer hair. So I'm still a newbie at it. So thank you so much, Jordan, for teaching me that. Teaching me how to layer hair. That was definitely a very helpful tool. And it was very just like simple to just layer this hair down. Fluff that bitch up. Yes, baby. I see you. Look at that. Ah! Period, 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 period. Okay, layer queen. I see you, baby. Say less. So yeah, I finished doing my hair. Wow, this is the first time I've ever had something so light on my head. Like, I've never done blonde hair in my life. I've never done white hair, but I really wanted to do like an icy white, icy gray wig, because for the longest time I've wanted to have silver hair, and then just recently I decided, I was like, you know what, I want to do white hair. I want to see what I would look like on white hair. I feel like I don't see very often on YouTube, especially videos of dark-skinned girls with icy white hair, and so I decided to make this video for you guys. Basically, yeah, if I sound weird, it's because I am sick, okay? This is the first time I am filming in how many weeks? Like, I have not been filming. I need to get back to doing my breakdown of Attack on Titan, girl. So we're gonna have to wait until this upcoming week. I will be talking about the episodes and everything like that and catching up. I am also very sleep deprived. I have not been sleeping for the past few weeks. Every single night I wake up at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I do not know why. Like, it's ruining my life. But yes, how do y'all like this? My makeup is trash today. But no, I had a lot of fun actually doing this, and it's fun to do something that I haven't done before, especially when it comes to hair, because I feel like I'm a very safe person when it comes to hair. I like dark hair, that's it. Like, I like dark hair. Sometimes I like to put some color in there. I had a purple wig before. I have a green and blue wig, but I've never done white or blonde ever in my life. And I feel like I really do like the way that this came out. It came out perfect. Even just like here, like, look at how melted that is. Like, it's melted-ish. It's melted-ish, but it's melted enough, okay? But yeah, I was really excited to have done this. I think I might try to aim next time when I wash it to make it actually white because it's a kind of a, not necessarily ash blonde, but an icy gray. It was so weird. Like, last night when I blow dried and everything, and it came out like looking like an icy gray. For some reason today it has like a more almost brownish tint to it, or maybe it's just because like the lighting in my room, and also probably because like the powder and foundation. But yes, this is the finished look. Who do you know that's out here slaying these kind of wigs? Okay, whoever said dark-skinned girls cannot wear blonde wigs or white wigs or anything that's light, it's giving me very Wichita Yoongi music video, like The Crazy King. It's giving me very Willie Tiber from the Attack on Titan. Yes, I'm done rambling about this. That's basically just the end of this video. If you do like this video, please like this video. Please also comment any opinions, any advice on doing hair. I've been doing hair for a really long time, like especially like frontals and wigs. So I've definitely have learned throughout the years just how to perfect and get better and better at it. Obviously, like, there's people who are way better at it than me, but I cannot lie, I think I did a pretty great job on it. Subscribe if you like this video as well, and please stay tuned for more hair videos. I will be doing more hair videos. Like I said, you know, hair companies, send me some hair if you see this video. I'll put out some videos for y'all. I'll always be honest though. Like, for one thing, like with this wig, it is a 250 density, I think. Let me see on my phone. Oh my god, I hate being sick. But yes, this is a 250 density 26 inch 613 13x4 wig from Curly Me Hair, and it doesn't feel like it's 250 density. Like, I don't know if I've been cheated or what, or maybe it really is and I'm just like used to having full hair that's curly, because usually that's what I like. But I am someone who loves having like full hair, and all you gotta do to fluff this up really when I have the curls, like the curls are kind of deflated now, but I didn't put any sort of like holding spray in it. I tried to spritz it with Got To Be, and that didn't really hold it very well. And usually I like to curl my hair anyways with flexi rods overnight, and they retain the curl pattern and put some mousse on it for an entire day, sometimes like days, to be honest. So I usually like to use flexi rods when it comes to curling my wigs. I am hungry. I have not eaten all day. I'ma do that. But yes, like, I had to come and hit y'all with this blonde wig because ever since Map of the Soul persona, baby daddy had blonde hair, and it was time for me to bring some sort of like icy blonde hair into my life. I was like, I saw Namjoon with it and I said, I need to do this hair. Y'all already know, if baby daddy did that hair, I have to do the hair too. So yeah, that's basically just the end of this video, and I guess we'll have to catch each other in the next one. Bye.